I tell you, man, I still love that. I get janxed every time I listen to that. But anyway, guys, everybody, welcome to the show. We're all back, or at least I should say I'm back. You know,
Hello.
I've taken some time off because I've been
Yeah,
either sick.
we're all back.
Well, in my defense, last Monday I had like this migraine that kicked in like at we'll say 8 o'clock or so. I had that motherfucker for 10 hours.
Ooh, that is
Man.
awful. Yeah, when you have a
Like I just
headache,
sat
it won't
I
let
just
go.
sat in the dark with a pillow over my head for like all day.
Damn.
I was like,
That's
fuck
horrible.
this. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Well, I'm
But
glad you're feeling better.
yeah, I feel great. You know, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I feel good. Anyway, guys, so Halloween's tomorrow. So none of us dressed
Yes.
up, you know, and we haven't done that since Jay was here.
Yeah, well, we did that one tasting party at his house too, and we all went in costumes. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't. Honestly, this has been such a. You guys know how much I love Halloween. I haven't done shit this year. Nothing.
Really?
Not a single decoration. I haven't really had the time or the energy, and I'm just like, I could, but I just ain't feeling it this year. And after I had a big year last year, and you don't have a bunch of people to help out, make a big production, like it's just the energy's not the same. So,
this
so
is
we got
the
candy
first-
for the kids though.
This is the first year I haven't been to Miller's Thrillers, and since Preston was 6 years old.
Oh man.
So, and I haven't went. We can still go tomorrow, but it's supposed to be like the high's supposed to be like 40 tomorrow. I don't know if I want to do all that.
Yeah.
Is he going without you?
Is he going? No, he won't be going without me. He would. I mean, he alleges that we're going to keep doing this forever.
Okay.
But now he's got like a girlfriend and all,
Right.
and
See?
and she doesn't know how to wear clothes apparently.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, you guys seen the picture I posted of him and her at homecoming. I'm like, dude, come on, put some clothes on for God's sakes.
Oh,
But maybe I'm just feeling old. Maybe I'm just this way I am or whatever. But yeah, I just want a little mystery if it was me. But anyhow, guys, moving on past that. What's everybody thinking? And welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I don't want to get FBI'd.
I'll go first. I am drinking a little Old Forester 1920 tonight.
There you go.
Enjoy
Dude,
this
have you
one.
ever, you know, that place we went to, the brew house, where we met Mark at, where I told him it was, and I told you too, it was Texas Roadhouse, and everybody was late
City, yeah.
and all
I
that stuff.
remember.
So I went there yesterday. Not yesterday.
Nice.
I went there in the last couple of days. I went there and they had a Old Forester flight, and it had 1870,
1897.
1897, then
Yeah.
1910 and 1920 on a flight.
It's a nice flight.
And it was, what's that?
That's a nice flight.
Yeah, it is of Old Forester. And what I didn't realize is that how much I kind of appreciate it. I think the birthday Old Forester has made me where I just like, fuck those guys, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It will.
And it's because you either have a you know, a bottle that you love, or you have the bottle like I have that's 16, and I couldn't give it away if I wanted to. Like, it's just fucking horrible. Like, that shit tastes like ass water, maybe with a little sweat in it or something like that, with a little bit of tang. All right, it's just horrible.
Goodness.
Well, I'm enjoying mine, and I plan on continuing. The 1920 is a nice one. I know a lot of people, I think, like the 1910 and 1920 the most. I don't think I've actually had the 1910, but 1920 is good stuff.
I thought, quite honestly, the not 1897, but the other one, 1810. Is that right?
70.
Maybe it's 1870. I thought that one was fantastic, but maybe because I haven't had it in such a long time. But I think the 1897 is a bottle and bond, and that was pretty good too.
I've had that one as well. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Well, me, since we're just kind of like talking, I'm having a little bit of Larceny Barrel Proof.
Nice.
This is batch B as in Bravo 523, and it's 124.4 proof or 62.2% by volume.
Now you tell me. David, thank you, sir.
Oh, man.
Still.
Hey, I was just sipping on mine the other day.
It's like still here.
Yeah, there's like really about the same amount. It's like
Yeah. Love this bottle, man. Love this bottle. Thank you, bro. It's fun. I think I told you right after you got it, my dad got a case of it for me. So
yeah. That's right. It's like what?
So I have two. I got 2 or 3 of these open. I didn't know it, but I kind of
Good for you.
discovered.
Yeah,
Dude,
enjoy
you
it.
know something that's strange? I didn't know this, but until whenever I went to the brew house, I also went to Costco's that day. So whatever day that was on, I did all of that. All right. And it was within the last 3 to 4 days. But anyway, so I was at Costco's do you know that they got rid of their lease with the liquor store? And so they have everything discounted 10%, and they will sell anything, but all they had left was fucking Jack Daniels and some other bullshit. And I was like, yeah. He's like,
So, hold on.
you don't
So
want it?
they're not selling alcohol at all anymore.
No, the Costco's got rid of the lease.
Oh shit.
Oh, at all Costco's or
You mean
just
Costco or
Nah, not here.
just
Definitely not
just
here.
Tennessee? That could
The way
very
he
much
made
be
it,
local.
the way he made it sound was it was in all states. But I don't want him to be the gospel. He kind of looked like he might do drugs.
Well, I can tell you what, I don't think it's all states, because I can tell you the liquor store here at
I'm gonna Google
my
this
local
shit.
Costco. So the deal is you always get your alcohol afterwards because you can't take the liquor into the store.
Yep.
So when people come out, they go to the liquor store.
Yeah, you gotta
The
go out
line
there.
in the liquor store is equally as long to the line inside the store.
Yep.
So they're not crazy.
The only problem about the ones that we have here in Tennessee, well, I can't speak for all of them. I can only speak. No, that's not true, Jennifer. You're just a dumbass when you say shit like that. I will never suck up on some Jack, but
Oh, we're starting that one. I'm glad you caught it first. Yeah, Jennifer. First, she said, "Good evening." And you said that you secretly sucked up on some Jack. Yeah, we
and then
know.
then she corrected to stock, and then
No, you were right the first time, Jennifer. It's fine. And then, of course,
and then,
somebody.
of course, no,
Somebody,
that's
we
Mark.
don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's Mark.
Yeah, I know.
Puts his his purple penis and
his signature on it.
Yeah. But anyway, so the one I go to is in Franklin, and if you guys don't know anything about Franklin, let me just tell you real quick. So Franklin's like the sovereign state of Franklin. Everybody there is special. Just ask them; they'll tell you, right? And so when you go in there, if you don't do the line correctly, you'll have some crazy ass like Karen, or maybe some uppity Karen that has a lot of money and maybe pulled up in a Porsche, and she will tell you that you're kind of fucked up. And I'm like, I don't really even care. I really don't. You know, like I wanted to see the underwear, and so I just chose to cut across the line. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I was thinking I need some new underwear, and I was just going to go over there and see if they had any.
Costco.
Yeah, because you can get like
you get all kinds of shit at Costco.
Yeah, you can get everything in
You can
bulk.
get everything in Costco.
Yep.
Oh
You know,
boy.
Now, I know the
I
Costco's I've
almost
been
bought
in.
myself a hot tub this weekend, or whenever I went in the last 3 or 4. You know what? I'm gonna nail that down before we leave tonight. I'm gonna find out the day I went, but
Keeps changing.
Okay,
Anyway.
so back to the story. I'm having some smoke wagon.
Nice.
Wait till he figures out his ass from a hole in the ground. I'm having some smoke wagon, just
Nice.
something light. That's all.
For sure.
It was a very profitable and busy weekend. And shout out to the wife.
Yeah.
Listen, the wife sold out the ribs Saturday and Sunday. I don't have to talk to people. I don't have to take money. I just cook and make the sauce. It's a beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
Shout out to the wife.
Yes.
I mean,
that.
you have two things going for you there, and I hate to interrupt right away, but I'm going to. So you have two things going for you. You have freaking kick-ass ribs, right? And then you also have hot-ass wife. So you have both of those, and they kind of mesh together, and you can kind of see that that's how it's going to go. You're really there not for aesthetics or anything other than just to be, I don't know, worker bee, maybe.
Listen, on paper, I work for my wife. I'm not going to even lie. Legally, on paper, I work for
You sound like my dad. My dad owned a business that later became ADT, and he my mom was always, because of the way the taxes work and some of the extra grants and stuff, she was always 51% ownership, and my dad was 49.
Yeah.
And when he started making money, he would make her write him a check.
Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
That's
Listen.
how a lot of businesses look for women
you know-
minority-owned
listen.
businesses.
So
Survive
it's woman owned,
Black woman.
black woman, Latino woman,
Oh, I didn't know she was Latino
and first
too.
responder.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yes.
Yeah.
I don't think
Why
she
would I-
is a veteran. If she had a veteran in there,
Oh, it'd be the wrap.
Yeah,
see,
bro.
if we get rid of Billy, and I can just move right on in. We need to,
This guy.
I'm just playing, man. All right, on to the next person. What's somebody else drinking?
Well, I'm sipping on finishing off a bottle of
Peerless,
bourbon.
nice.
A little Peerless, a little sweet mash Peerless bourbon tonight. Packing up, heading to Savannah, Georgia on Wednesday.
Nice. I love Savannah.
Okay.
I do too.
Never been.
Dude, I was going to take a scholarship, which this is not a conversation you ever bring up to my mom. So back when I was in school, high school,
The art school there.
Yeah. So I got like my artwork was hanging up in the governor's office for many cycles and stuff like that. But they reached out to me and wanted to offer me a scholarship to go to Savannah College Art and Design, and I really thought that'd been kind of cool and stuff. But I wanted to play baseball. So, and of course, they're not. They have.
Could you imagine like an alternate reality where like Jody went to art school, and he's like this kinder, gentler. He wears berets instead of the scallies.
And that's some
There's
shit.
like a hipster goatee.
And I talk with my hands like this.
Well, that.
Oh my.
Well, I mean that's
Well, hey, be careful. It's pride now.
Hey, no judgment there.
And he walked around in capris.
or I wear the same shorts.
Dude, you spent some time in Savannah. You might wear some capris too.
Like my son wears those 5-inch, shorts that were the cool when like Larry Bird was playing basketball. That's what the kids are wearing nowadays. Those freaking 5.
They got a new name
the
for them.
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Hoochie Daddy. Yep.
The
Is that what they're called?
Shorts.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Well,
Fucking
when me and him
Instagram.
went down there for spring break, he was wearing those all the time. So me to be, the awesome dad that I am, I went and bought myself some and sat beside him on the beach in them. And I got the purple ones too, so they'd be bright.
with one nut hanging out the side.
Yeah. Well, I have that problem because,
Biggie Smalls.
I got one that doesn't cuddle right with the other one.
He dropped one.
All right, Rob, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
Other than not
he
enough.
said the Peerless. He said the Peerless.
Yeah, he's
That's
drinking the
right.
Peerless.
Mr. Mark.
Gino.
Gino or Mark?
Mark's drinking the
I'm
Evan
good.
Williams.
Upload Trace.
No, you told me because we were talking prior to the show, Gino.
Oh,
By the way, I like your
okay.
Scally. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Looking sharp.
This is the Sailor.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yep. I like it. I got another
I'm
one that's
actually-
coming
I'm
sometime this week that I
I'm
just
upset
ordered.
with them because I ordered the Halloween one, and
I almost bought that one, but I'm just not. I don't have.
Yeah, not in my size.
I look. They didn't have it in my size. Like, goddamn.
Yep.
I didn't know they had a Halloween one. What's it look
Yeah,
like?
dude, it's
We're
freaking
gonna look
It's
at
awesome.
nice.
Yeah,
I
Let's do
wanted
that
it,
shit now too.
but it sold out before I could order it.
Yeah,
Really?
that's how like this one right here. This is the one that's for. It has the. I don't know if you can see it, but has the innards on it. Where it has the. Anyway, so this is the St. Patty's Day Lucky.
Okay.
And it has the Lucky that's blacked out on the back and stuff, and it has the wool liner. So I always wear this one when it's cold, and it's fucking cold outside. This one or my new one both have the wool.
Nice
liner on
outside.
It's 80 here. Sorry.
There it is. Yeah, I kind of dig
Yeah.
that actually. It's got
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a little bit
It
of
was
orange and
cool.
stuff in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I could wear that and become a Tennessee fan. It would be awesome.
It's not the right kind of orange, fortunately, because I'm also not a Tennessee.
I disagree. That's not bullshit. The flag on the field for calling an inappropriate bullshit.
Speaking of which, do you know now that the NFL is going to be looking at a rule where they can do an instant replay on penalties?
They need to.
Yes.
Shit.
So if a coach feels like a penalty wasn't a penalty or it should have been a penalty, they can actually throw a flag on it. And it
Miami.
stemmed from the Dolphins game.
I was about to say the last
Miami
week's
took a-
game.
Well,
You
they
guys
Where-
had to play the refs and you lost.
got us yesterday.
Well,
They
so here it was.
Jaguars.
Philadelphia did not have a single flag. And when they went back and looked at it, they should have had at least 6.
well,
and
it's 15-0.
One towards
all-
the end
all
of
I
the game
want-
was
all I
a clear
want-
face mask.
All I
violation.
want is for the fifth richest county in the nation, which is Williamson County, to get some goddamn instant replay, because there's been many a times in the last little bit where I've been at the games. I'm like, dude, you guys, are y'all just missing the hold, or I'm the only one watching the game?
Right.
You know,
Mm.
or like when I watched a hit that occurred, I don't know, we'll say between 7 and 14 yards out of bounds. That's a foul, all right?
Logically, yes.
Oh,
Listen.
and here's one better than that. Not only did that happen once, one time the ref that's on the sideline was moving out of the way, and the hit happened at least 5 yards out of play, and he got hit too, and there was no flag. And I was
Flag?
I mean, here's your sign that you couldn't be more of a dumbass at that point.
Well, and listen, this whole roughing the passer thing,
That's some bullshit. I'm tired of that.
if you look at a quarterback the wrong way, if you don't lay him down on the pillow like goddamn Snow White and kiss him on the cheek goodnight, it's roughing the passer, which is some bullshit.
And I think the targeting thing is bullshit. I'm like, dude, come on. Yes, I realize people get, traumatic brain injuries and all that bullshit, and I get it. It's real deals and stuff. Improve the technology of the helmet, and let's get back to it. All right, because Deion Sanders' son got ejected for targeting.
That was crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not a big.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a
that.
fan of Deion, and I'm a fan of what he's doing. But I looked at that play like 100 times because of who he's playing, who the kid's playing for, and all this. And I looked at that play probably 100 times. I'm like, that's not targeting. That's just a bump. And
it seems pretty subjective. I guess it's hard to say. Like, I mean, obviously, you guys know this shit better than me. But targeting is like you're basically trying to fuck up the guy rather than just stop him or get him down.
The key thing with targeting is this: you have to hit the player with the top of your helmet.
Yeah, the crown.
Or you have to go up under the face mask.
Head or neck area.
Right.
Crown of the helmet, and there has to be a launch.
And there was none of that in that whole thing. And this whole thing with this quarterback, I mean, listen, he's a goddamn quarterback. He's the first one to hold the ball outside of the center.
Yeah.
Your job is to tear his head off his neck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's how you stop the drive. Don't have a quarterback who's made of glass. I'm sorry.
Well,
here's what's coming down the line.
Of the game, though. It's the economics of the game, and when they're paying so much money to that man to fiddle with a ball, and
I do that on free occasionally on all this Tuesday stuff, and
they're paying him millions of dollars
on Jody fans.
Yeah, so they're going to protect their investment outside of Jody, who's got no investment involved.
Here's what's coming down the line, and this isn't going to be in all sports. I 5 years maybe. AI will just be calling.
Yeah,
everything. It has to happen in Major League Baseball.
Yep.
It has to happen in Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen any of the calls, and you can just look this guy up, Angel Hernandez.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just awful, and his calls are obviously bad.
Right.
Like everyone looks at that and goes, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah.
And same when you're getting the same shit in hockey, you're getting the same shit in football.
Yeah.
It's
basketball
gonna go
too.
to. Yep.
You think it's really going to go to AI though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
it probably won't be AI, but it'll be computer based. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to take the human element right out of it.
The NBA is still, the NBA is still not fully recovered from their scandal from what was that, about 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Dude, real quick, talking about the NBA. So it's not really the NBA. We're talking about the WNBA. So did you guys see that Clay Travis with Outkick? He posted a thing which I support. I think he's absolutely correct. That he said, I will put up $1 million.
Oh, I saw that.
And he said, I get to pick from either California, Texas, Florida, some bigger state, not like someplace like
high school,
Wyoming or whatever, but men's state championship basketball team to play against the WNBA's basketball team. And he said, I bet you, and I guarantee you the boys are going to win. And you know what? I think he's absolutely 1,000% correct. But he also said, here's the other part that would have been good to that. He also said it would drive up their ratings, which is what they need.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and listen, here's the kicker. In other states or other countries, I mean, do you know a female boxer and a male boxer can get in the same ring together and it's completely legal? In other countries, listen, if you want to fight this guy, come on, let's go. They don't care about that. So, all right, but I got a question for the group. So listen, we're all experiencing some fairly decent weather, especially here in South Florida.
No, it's fucking sucks here, but go ahead.
Yeah, no.
yeah, we had snow flurries today. I don't know if you had them out there, David, but we had snow flurries here.
Okay, so
I heard about it.
So when you guys are having outdoor weather, barbecuing weather, and you're out on the grill, what do you drink? I noticed as of late, I've been into beer when I got the smoker going. So for me, what I'm considering to be good barbecue beer is like the Coors Banquet beer, PBR, or Highlight. Those are my three go-tos.
Well, I don't drink.
Tell me, guys.
I don't
what
drink.
Do you drink?
I don't drink beer. But if I was going to drink beer, and on the few occasions I drink beer, and I'm smoking some meat or something like that, it's going to be man,
Guinness
it just hit
IPA?
me. No, it's going to be a Guinness IPA or Guinness Nitro. That's even better. But
there you go.
Or the Murphy's.
Murphy's Irish Stout.
Irish Stout.
Want it be one of those?
Oh.
But it's funny. I just thought about this. You know, I'm allergic to smoke, but I'm not allergic to smoking meat. I don't understand that, and it just hit me just now. It was like an epiphany. I was like,
the type of smoke.
It has to be.
And the concentration of it, because like when you're smoking meat, it's not the same as like sitting in front of a bonfire.
Well, see, like I can sit in front of a campfire and totally fine. You've been at a bonfire at my house, and I've done that.
Okay.
I don't know.
So what about you, David? If you was happen to be doing some sort of grilling or anything like that?
If I was running a smoker, if I was hanging out, I'd probably drink beer over whiskey too.
I wouldn't. I would always drink whiskey.
I hear you. Well, you know me. I embrace a larger view of the force when it comes to alcohol. Honestly, like a Modelo. I think a Modelo or some kind of lager or like a Stella.
By the way, the number one beer in America right now, the Modelo.
It is good beer.
That's what happens when you do stupid politics in your marketing. But anyway, moving on.
But no. Modelo Negro.
I'm so glad we don't do politics on this show.
You do a fair amount
of no, if I'm out there on the grill, no, I'm not doing the beer anymore because it takes too many damn beers to get me to the level that I want to be at. and I hate to be bloated like that. So yes,
the beer I drink is
I'm going with a lower proof whiskey, and it's going to be watered down. It's going to have some ice in it. So I can just get on that bus and ride it the rest of the damn day.
Hey.
It's funny that you say that because I've always said this, and David can attest to this, because of the type of beer, if I'm going to drink beer that I'm going to have, I feel like it's a pork chop in a bottle every time I have it. And I'm like, there's no way you can get through 4 of these. I mean, by that point, I feel like I'm unloosening my belt, maybe putting stretchy pants on, and I feel like a fat ass. Like I just like you could feel like
you feel bloated.
Have you ever been to that point to where you've drank so much or maybe eaten so much you hear it sloshing in your stomach as you walk?
Oh, absolutely.
That happened last night after I had beef short rib for dinner.
Hey, speaking of which, so when I was at Costco's, whenever the fuck that was, so I bought some boneless ribs, and someone will be reaching out to you, to do a recipe out of that and get your thoughts.
So you got a ribeye. Is what you got.
Oh, if you're telling me that's what it is, I'm down with that. I can cook that shit.
That's what it sounds like.
That's usually what it is.
Jennifer, by the way, said, it's 35 degrees here. It's a little warmer than that. We're going to get around there. We're at.
Yeah, let's get down.
Guinness Yum. We are fans of Guinness. David's here. What's up?
Hey, Dave.
Good
What's
evening,
up?
gentlemen, he says.
How are
David?
you?
Good to see you here or hear from you.
So what about you, Chef? What about you? If you're gonna be smoking something or doing some barbecuing, what you drinking?
I'm drinking whiskey, man. I'm drinking a smoky whiskey. I'm drinking something toasted. Since I got this new double char, Bibbin 6-year Bibbin Tucker out. I'd be drinking on that. I've really been enjoying the things that are toasted and double charred, and lately. So it's probably what I'm drinking.
Two other good beers that I really like is the Yingling Black and Tan, and Killian's Irish Red has always been a favorite beer of mine.
Killian's,
dude, it's hard to find the Irish Red. It's funny you bring that up.
Killian's,
that is, yeah, I hadn't either, but Killian's
it's a Coors product.
Well, here in Tennessee, you can't get it. I couldn't find it anywhere right now. But I'm going to tell you what. When I used to live up in Whidbey Island, Washington, I used to get that and Alaskan Amber. That was my two favorite beers. And when I first moved to Tennessee, I would have everything shipped because prior to what was it, July 31st of, we're going to say 2018, but I don't remember what year it was. But 17 or 18. But no, legislation changed that where we couldn't have alcohol shipped anymore from our house.
Yep.
And I used to have every year for the start of football, I'd have Killian's, have a case, not a case, but a 6-pack of Killian's or a 12-pack of Killian's, 2 6-packs. And then I would get an absolute case of Alaskan Amber. I love Alaskan Amber. Now that is a beer that I would drink today, right on the second, and love it.
I never had it.
That is a good beer. That's it's a lighter tasting Guinness.
Okay.
If you had to describe it.
I got you.
All right.
Like you can drink a 6-pack of that and hammer it down and go like, I don't feel too tubby.
I'm not drinking any of the major the only major domestic brand that I'm drinking will be a Yingling.
Yes.
Outside of them, I'm doing local brews. I'm looking for crafties. I'm looking for porters. I'm looking for stouts. I'm looking for
Yep.
Any of you guys ever had a Funky Buddha?
No.
It's a local here. It's really good. Maybe I send you guys out a pack for Christmas.
Sounds like a woman I know.
I call her Sharon.
Oh man.
Oh Lord!
I was going to ask if you guys had, pursuant to kind of the title or theme of the show, it being Day Before. Do you guys have any Halloween traditions, particularly around like particular alcohols that you may lean towards, or traditions, things like that? And I thought about this. I was like, well, what do I normally do? Normally, I would have, and legit make fun of me if you want, but like the pumpkin ales, I'd have one of those and hand out candy to the kids. I would do that Halloween night. I like, some of them are good. Not all of them, but some of them are good.
Dogfish Head pumpkin ale is probably the best one I've had.
And second of all, the other thought I had about this is usually I'm still recovering from the Halloween party I had like the weekend beforehand, and I'm like not trying to drink hard at all. So I was like, whatever, like what's my go-to whiskey or rum or whatever on Halloween? Nothing. It's because my liver and my guts are not, they're not back. they haven't healed yet. So I'll do a pumpkin ale.
So for what me and the wife do is we sit out in the driveway and we have ourselves, I have no idea. We have ourselves a nice little mixed drink.
Okay.
He admits it this time.
Work.
So me and the wife will sit out in the driveway in our little ugly beach chairs. We'll have ourselves a mixed drink in a Yeti cup, and we'll be sitting there getting hammered, handing out candies to kids. And by the time we run out of candy, we're usually pretty well fucked up.
So that's funny you bring that up, because back in the day, I used to live in a neighborhood, and my ex-wife and I we would hang out on the front, like do the exact same thing. We'd sit out there in like some trashy looking Adirondack chairs that were like made for the beach, and I'd get fucking liquored up. Next thing you know, she'd come by and she'd just go inside to go do whatever, and she'd come back. She's like, "Where'd the candy go?" I'm like, "That fucking kid took it." She goes, "Why?" And I'm like, "What? You said give out candy, and I just gave him the fucking bucket and said, go find your friends, disperse this shit evenly." Like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to give candy out. I just want to sit here and drink.
I haven't had a kid come to my door. at my house in 20 years now.
I do. If they come to my house, I think it's the fucking FBI, and it's going to be on.
We usually have the
Joey's going to be on the 7 o'clock news.
Yeah,
We're
right.
shooting the kid on Halloween.
Hey, first of
You
all,
came to his house
time
for
out here.
candy.
Oh, hold on, time out here.
You can be one of those.
Billy, and Mark and David of this group here, and myself, of course, have been to my house. Does it look like a place you go and just go trick or treating?
No, I mean,
it's too far of a fucking walk.
Yeah.
That would be like the kind of thing where there'd be like a bunch of kids in a trailer being towed by a truck, and they all get off and they go run up the driveway.
Yeah,
and they get back on.
I'm not walking up that damn hill.
That's too much.
Listen, no. Hey, listen, you need a goddamn lunch to walk up that driveway,
right?
And a sleeping bag.
Hey, good thing that you were there to cook.
It's my brother from another mother, Daryl. He's my guy.
Daryl, what's up?
Welcome back online. Welcome, Daryl.
Listen,
he's been on the show before. He's been on here before.
When I was at Joey's house,
a long ass time.
He asked me to move
in Tampa.
He asked me to move his wife's car, so I had to back it down the hill. I swear to God, I made like a phone call. I made doctor's appointments on the ride down, trying to back this goddamn car.
That's kind of the same issue we have where we live. We've got a couple families that live nearby. They drive up the lane to get to the house to trick or treat with their younger kids. So yeah, we get maybe about 4 or 5 kids per year.
We get none. Like there's no kids here. Like nobody's coming up this driveway.
No.
And I think they think I'm the crazy neighbor, and I'm cool with that. Like there's no reason for us to be friends with anybody. So.
Hey, listen, when the dogs go down the hill to do whatever, they take a nap.
Well, that's because Winston's fat.
Yeah, they give up. With the little legs. Yeah, they give up and get tired. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll finish this walk on this hill in a minute.
Yeah, that I have a few kids that moved in behind me, but I think they just stick with their little 3 houses behind me, and there's some kids on the other side of them. But my street's a little dangerous for kids to be walking up and down in costumes. Once you get past my house, it's lined up against a park, and it's dark the entire way up.
And Gino, you could put a sign up and say you're the Whitakers. You could put up a sign and say you're the Whitakers. That'll keep them away. That'll scare them away.
My neighborhood is full of these little rugrats. I mean, just full of them. And it's crazy. There's these like 2 or 3 houses down.
Billy, you gonna drop barbecue sauce in bags this year?
I thought about it. I really truly did.
I need giving out little sample bottles,
right? So listen, there's these 3 little white kids live a couple of doors down.
Why they gotta be white?
Listen, let me tell the story because it's hilarious. And
of all fucking people, Jody.
Listen,
this motherfucker.
Listen, I love these kids because at that age, these kids have absolutely no fear. They out there on their little scooters and they're little kids, and they got their helmets on. And the one kid, I kid you not, every time he comes past the house, he crashes into something. I'm just waiting for the day he runs into the back of the Jeep and be like, "Oh shit!" But they're cool kids, though. They really are. But when you see them, they're like white lightning. They're just like this. I've watched the camera sometime. I'm like, look at this shit. They're dodging cars and everything. I'm like, okay, cool.
I'm gonna drink to that.
That's how I know. Florida kid.
That's how I know I live in a good neighborhood.
You heard of Florida, man. That's Florida kid.
Hey, they're outside playing, man. That's all that matters, right?
They're outside playing.
Actually outside.
So in the last, I know we're supposed to be talking about bourbon because we're kind of like a bourbon show and stuff. Yeah. So
we're kind of like,
so in the last 10 minutes or so that we're doing the show, I got a question. So tonight is the eve of Halloween.
Yes.
Is there a Halloween movie or scary movie that you guys are like, you got to watch this, must watch? Because I've watched everything. I've went to the end of the Halloween movies, or not just Halloween, but all the movies. And I feel like I've seen them all. And I'm like, next thing I know, I'm gonna sleep on the couch, got a crick in my neck because I slept fucking crooked and shit like that, you know. And I want to find a movie that will like entice me, where I'll stay awake. Like I watched the other day. I don't remember what fucking day this was on either. God damn, I'm having a problem with memory. But I watched the Pope's Exorcist, and that was good. But I fell asleep. You know.
So for me, two things. So for me, I feel this. It has to be something reality based. Like Freddy Krueger doesn't scare me anymore. Like I don't see it. You know.
Oh,
it has to be something like.
Got Mark Voorhees over here.
even you know Michael Myers. There's so many skits and stuff now. It's not even scary anymore. But I will say this. So back in high school, me and my friends, either the day before or actual Halloween night, we used to play this game. And it's called First or Last. So what we would do, it would be about 10 of us. We all meet up at the cemetery at night. Everybody had to bring about $20. And here was the game.
Fucking dead people or what?
No. There was only one way to win. So we would sit in the middle of the cemetery, right? And if you felt like, you know what, I had enough of this shit, I can't take it anymore, you could get up and leave. But the kicker is you got to go by yourself. And if you leave, you have to leave your $20. So now
I would win that shit every fucking time, just so you know.
But in order to win, that means at some point you had to be sitting in the middle of the cemetery.
I don't know that you'd win that against me
by yourself.
Oh, Jody, I don't know.
No. Here's the thing, like my friend.
I'm gonna get someone to dress up like a clown, though.
That's some bullshit. See? But listen,
yes, it is because I'm trying to win.
But listen. Well, I'll just shoot that motherfucker. But anyway, listen.
I'd still be the one that gets to leave with the money.
No, because that person would be dead. No, I won't get arrested for shooting a clown that shouldn't have been
in a graveyard.
But listen to me. So listen. So my friend Chad Argo and I, when we were police officers, I would always volunteer to do the overnight duty, like extra duty at the Carton Mansion, which everybody says is haunted. Like, I'm from Southern California. I have no idea what they're fucking talking about. Like, it's supposed to be, it was an old battlefield and stuff, and I had to walk through the mansion at night, and I had to go through the barns and the slave quarters and all that stuff. It's a plantation. And so what's funny is almost every morning someone would wake me up because I'd fall asleep on duty, you know. I wasn't like the greatest police officer when it came to that kind of stuff, but I mean, like, who the hell is going to come up to the Carton Mansion and do anything? So I just fall asleep, fuck it, you know. So and Chad would always go, dude, that place is haunted. Like, it's haunted by the woman that used to be there at that owned the, like, she was I guess the head person at the house or whatever, matriarch, and it's haunted by her. I'm like, was she hot? And he showed me a picture of her. I'm like, she's kind of cute. I'd be down with that. I've never had sex with an aberration, so it would work out.
The entity.
Yeah, I mean, it would almost be like masturbation, but I wouldn't be doing all of it myself.
You saw that one fucking scene in Ghostbusters, and that's probably just stayed with you for how many years?
Hey, David, have you ever read The Entity?
Probably getting top from a ghost.
David, have you ever read The Entity?
No, I have not. Is it good?
That whole book was about that.
Oh, okay.
This ghost will come and was just.
The ghost will come? Is that what you said?
Literally.
There you go,
the whole book was this ghost.
One thing on his mind.
This woman every night. He would wear her out
Jody,
every night.
4 movies recommendation. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was a few years ago. The House That October Built.
Hold on, let me write that down.
I'm actually doing the same thing. I'm at the House.
And what it's about is a group of, let's say, young adults who go around the country touring different haunted attractions, different haunted houses.
There's a second one too.
Things like that. Is it really? Because in the first one of the characters is one of the guys that I worked with when I worked.
I've got Prime, so I can get this. It's on Prime.
There you go.
And then they have so it got
the carny clown looking dude. That's the guy I worked with.
Is that a guy or is that a girl? Because that looks like a girl.
Hey, Billy.
It's not the same. It is not. There's not any ambiguity to the way this guy looks.
We got to get Jody on Tubi.
What the hell is that?
Oh, what?
Yeah, we got to get Jody on Tubi.
Yeah, right.
Tubi TV.
That shit is the absolute worst, dude.
It is.
It's so
I don't
bad.
even
I think we have a movie on Tubi.
Oh shit.
It's funny you say that. So I'm watching. So I get sometimes I get lost in like YouTube, and I get stuck in the dark webs of YouTube, and I'm watching just random shit.
Explains a lot.
And so Don Shipley is the guy he looks up people who do stolen valor. All right, and it is fucking hilarious. He calls.
Oh yeah, he is.
Up.
Yeah, he is.
He's like, first of all, his hair looks like it couldn't be more fake, but it is so fucking funny to watch. And these poor bastards are like, yeah, I'm part of class. We'll just make up a number. All right. And my favorite is when they make up when they say they were part of 234, which was the Discovery Channel allowed to follow. All right. And they just do all this crazy shit. And he's like, name somebody who wasn't famous that was on the show. Right. And I got lost in that. And so like for the last so in my search right now, it's like God damn it. I was trying to say something funny.
I know. Sorry. It was just too funny. But go ahead.
All I'm saying is you hadn't had a chance to watch him, and he calls out these
Don Shipley, you said his name?
Yeah, he's a retired Navy senior chief, boatswain's mate, but he's a retired Navy SEAL. Yeah. He's a retired Navy SEAL. And so he has access to the database. And so he just looks up these people and he verifies them. And I was like, dude, if I ever get a call from Don Shipley, I'd be like, look, motherfucker, I never said not once I was a SEAL. So we're all talking about this here. I've never claimed that. Never, ever. All right, so the house that October built. So that's what I'm gonna watch tonight. I'm gonna go downstairs and put it on the
original Dementia 13.
Dementia 13.
I tell you one that
I'm glad you're having fun, man. This is awesome.
The one that I seen the
only
other
one
day,
in the spirit.
Preston and I watched. I don't remember what fucking day this was on either, but me and Preston watched the Belko experiment. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, I've heard of that.
That is good. It's not really like a horror movie, but it's really good though.
Dementia 13 is not your basic slasher movie. It's kind of like a horror mystery movie, and as you go along, it's like, well, what? All the questions are answered at the very end.
Well, you know who also has some good movies out? They're oldies, but they're good. M. Night Shyamalan.
This shit's just crazy. That's a crazy
old ones.
Yeah.
Right. His newer shit is
Children of the Corn, Devil.
Something's wrong with him. Something is wrong with him.
The Beach. Those are the newer stuff.
Yeah.
We thought Stephen King was bad. Something is wrong with his brain.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk about somebody,
Stephen King was trying to make money.
Rob Zombie.
That dude.
Oh, that dude's out there, man.
Dude, when I watched his first one, which was The Hills Have Eyes, I believe, I was like, dude, this is a sick motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah. I got one for you. What's that one where that dude comes back every 7 years? He's a scarecrow looking guy.
Is it the Jeepers Creepers guy?
Yes.
Jeepers Creepers. Right.
So get this shit. So I looked this up this weekend, or maybe it was this weekend. It could have been any point in the last 5 or 10 days. But there's this fucking eagle. There's this eagle that is that big as that person that lives down in Argentina. And it does that shit. It actually it's there year round. There's only like 50,000 of them. Hold on a second. I'll tell you what it's called, because
I've never.
Are you talking about like the Thunderbird thing, like the
no
Aztec god?
It's called a harpy eagle.
Oh,
okay.
I've never seen an
eagle in the world.
Fucking prehistoric bird.
Yeah.
No, it's weird. Yeah.
Like a fucking person. Hold on a second.
Jesus Christ.
I'll show you it next to a person.
He's gonna get shot.
They're huge.
Fuck that.
That dude ain't your friend.
Double tap.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna steal somebody's kid.
Well, and they eat carnivores. Like here's one, like just hanging. Like, look at his face. Hold on a second. Look, it looks like it's looking at you like, I'm gonna fuck you up. I might molest you. I put my eagle dick in you.
You got like
fucked. He definitely looks like he thinks he's a superhero. Like he definitely thinks he's like a bird themed superhero.
Yeah, I bet he lands like a
standing all
superhero
majestic as
every
fuck.
time.
He's like, look at my cape.
Oh, shit.
Those are your wings.
His
Oh, my claw.
wingspan. So think about this. So it's in meters. His wingspan is 3.2 or greater. It's 3.2 to 4 point something. Wingspan.
Meters.
So think about that. That's in meters.
Jesus.
So that's between what is that? Three. It would be 3 times 3 is 9, or 3 times 4 is 12. So it's between 9 and 12 feet. Look like a goddamn Cessna coming down at you.
Basically,
It's a glider.
Anyway, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. We are
Yeah, it
at
has.
time. Boom. This was fun.
Yep.
We had a good time.
Absolutely.
We had a good Halloween edition. We talked about some random bullshit, and we found out my driveway's too long. But we talked about a bunch of stuff, and it was good times. And I really appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys being here. Y'all be safe. Love each other or don't. I don't give a fuck. But
I'll drink to that.
Right.
But be good to yourselves.
Be good to yourself.
good.
Yeah.
There
And
it
anytime, like on Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime between like 10:30 and 11:30, if you want to get in sync with me, I am good to myself during those times. So anyway. No, that's not bullshit. That's another flag on the field. That's an inappropriate bullshit. That's an actual.
it's a bad call. See, that's where we're gonna get AI refs in here.
Okay, AI rest for that.
All right. Anyway, guys.
You guys take care.
All right,
Happy
guys.
Halloween.
Later. I'm calling it a
Cheers,
night.
boys.
I'll talk to you